Well, the federal parliament rises tonight after its first sitting fortnight for this election year. And today, the battle lines are over two political careers, that of Shadow Finance Minister Barnaby Joyce and Environment Minister Peter Garrett. The federal opposition has accused the Environment Minister of ignoring warnings about the dangers of the government's home insulation program. The Environment Minister joins us shortly, but first in our breakfast studio in Parliament House in Canberra, Opposition Leader Tony Abbott. Good morning.
Morning, Fran.
Tony Abbott, you told your joint party room this week, yes, we can. Yes, we can win the election. Do you really feel that in your bones?
Look, it's possible. I'm not cocky and I'm certainly not overconfident because it's a long, long time since a government has been defeated at the federal level after just one term. But it is possible. I think that people are waking up to Mr Rudd. And I think that people are starting to understand that when it comes to program delivery, this government is in some cases monumentally incompetent. And obviously the way the Environment Minister has handled the Pink Bats program has been little short of disastrous.
I'm interested, though, that you do think it is possible that you can win because you are coming from a long way behind. 16 seats, I think, needed to win. Mm-hmm. It took voters 11 years to get sick of John Howard. Why would they kick out Kevin Rudd in just 3?
Because John Howard was a good Prime Minister and Kevin Rudd's not. That's the difference. Kevin Rudd is all talk and no action, except in the case of the Environment Minister, there has been action, only it's been disastrous action.
Okay, so you are really telling your troops, yes, victory is possible. It is within your sight.
It's possible. It's not probable. But it's possible.
Well, one of the things causing problems for you, the elements of your campaign so far causing problems, is some of the comments by your Shadow Finance spokesperson, Barnaby Joyce, generating some negative headlines, distracting from some of your messages. If Barnaby Joyce said the things he's been saying and he was Finance Minister and you were the Prime Minister, would you sack him?
Look, the real issue here is the government, Fran.
Well, you're the government in waiting. You're saying it's possible you could win. And so the issue for some people is the credibility of your team, you and your team.
And the point I want to make is that every time the government goes over the top in its criticisms of Barnaby Joyce, it actually draws attention to the whole debt problem. And, here's Lindsay Tanner parading as some kind of model of fiscal rectitude. I mean, the blowouts, the unfunded blowouts in Labor's programs, and Joe Hockey very effectively went through all of these in the Parliament yesterday, and then Lindsay Tanner was confronted with it on Sky Agenda yesterday afternoon and made a complete hash of explaining it. So, these are people who are actually mismanaging billions. That's what people are interested in, not the colourful turn of phrase of coalition shadows.
Well, in terms of the colourful turn of phrase, it's been reported that you met with Senator Joyce on Tuesday night. I'm wondering what you were telling me there about his colourful turn of phrase. Was it a pep talk or a final warning?
Look, when I meet with my colleagues, I try to be upbeat and optimistic, and that's what I was on Tuesday night. But as I said, the issue, Fran, is the ineptitude of the government, in particular the ineptitude of the Environment Minister, whose $3.7 billion program has been administered in an absolutely disastrous way. It seems that officials of his department were warned by state officials last April that the program of pink bat installation and aluminium foil installation was going to take place in a unregulated way that would put that would be a risk to property and to life. Now, this is a very, very serious warning that the Environment Minister was given back in April of last year, and there is no evidence that any serious action was taken despite a warning of this gravity. The first serious action that appears to have been taken is the banning of metal clips in November of last year, and there had already been deaths as part of the pink bat ceiling installation program. Now, this is just completely and utterly unacceptable. Completely and utterly unacceptable. And this isn't just, a poorly chosen word. This is a monumentally incompetently administered program, and as part of putting this program into place, people have died. Now,
So what are you saying? Are you calling on Peter Garrett to be sacked?
Well, at the very least, he needs to come into the Parliament and give a full and complete explanation. What warnings did he get? From whom? When did he get them? What action did he take in response to these warnings? And when did he take it? Now, I don't want to be unfair on the bloke, because I understand that administering a complex portfolio is difficult, but this is a very serious matter. People have died in the process of working on this program, and he needs to explain what warnings he got, when he got them, and what he did about them. Now, at the moment, there's just all this bluster about training programs. Well, if the risk is to life and to property, and if it's a serious risk, putting in a training program belatedly is not good enough.
Well, we'll ask Peter Garrett some of those questions in just a moment. But doesn't the obvious flow from this that the problems the government is having here, and Peter Garrett here, is with the elements, the direct action elements of its climate change policy? And isn't this telling us the obvious, that direct action is fraught with difficulty and fraught with danger? The government shouldn't be trying to pick winners. As Malcolm Turnbull said in his speech to the Parliament this week, a direct action approach to climate change, quote, leads to fiscal recklessness on a grand scale.
Well, look, I think there's a world of difference between, for argument's sake, trying to buy emissions reductions through, for argument's sake, improving soil carbon, and incompetently administering a program in which people are actually putting themselves at risk, and homes are at risk of having electrified roofs. I mean, they're just two completely different issues, and I just don't think they should be linked, Fran.
Okay, but are you saying the government was wrong to roll out these programs, or wrong in the way it rolled them out? Well,
this program has been utterly incompetently administered, so incompetently administered that in attempting to execute the program, people have died. Now, this is very, very serious. We expect government to act in ways which preserves life, not puts lives at risk. And there's a very heavy responsibility on the Prime Minister here to ensure that his minister gives a full and accurate account of exactly what he was told and when he was told it, and what he did in response to what he was told to the Parliament today. That is the most important challenge for the Prime Minister today, to make sure that his minister gives a full account of his stewardship in this extraordinarily grave matter.